And back here to field one on the Australian Lacrosse Network. It is South Australia versus Queensland, and they're just about to run out onto the ground as South Australia send out their starting lineup. And Queensland aren't far away from joining them onto the park as the breeze still just rushes through here. And the two teams will come together as there is a conversation here from the officials about how they wish to have the game played, and that is always in good spirits. So two teams, South Australia, well, they've went down in their game, which has been was a fantastic game under lights. They went down to Victoria by 2 goals. And they then came and played the under-20 Australians yesterday in quite a tough match as well. A couple of people sitting on the bench here for SA, and Queensland, they have been really good in the games that they have played. And especially Kyle Parker. Spencer Drinkle has been good in the face for them, as has Nathan Lederman, and Christopher Nebeski getting off the leash yesterday with 3 goals against WA. So here's an opportunity for Queensland and South Australia. Steve Stoikos in the cage for Queensland. Cody Watts in the cage for South Australia. Inge up against Drinkall in the middle. Jack Inge knocks the ball out to himself. Ball to be won. Harris picks the ball up, goes backwards, finds his netminder in Cody Watts. And Doug Brooks opens up the centre. 10 seconds to clear this line. Harris just about to step over and looks inward, finds Arlen Lim. So South Australia with the first break of the game out of the centre. Had to go backwards. And the pass there turned over. And now, oh, great pick off there from Haskett, who gets absolutely pushed in the crease. But getting up a little sore there. Haskett with a great interception, had an opportunity, and now goes again. Kicks the ball out there to Conway. Conway, ball to be won. Great pick up there from Harris. And Josh Harris, he has started this game. He's been everywhere, has Harris. That's 2 really big possessions. And Arlen Lim down here to Winnan. Winnan with the ball, looks inside, just trying to force that pass as Jack Waller comes on. Good pick up there from Kai Williams. And South Australia just need to be a little bit cleaner in their offensive end. Could have been 2 turnovers there. Ball up to Brooks. Brooks looks inside, another pass at the feet. Jesse Winnan with a BTB from the 11-metre mark. And Winnan fires that one up and past the cage. And Haskett, Noah Haskett looks inside, steps inside, tink, tink, tink off the bar, and knocked down again. Oh, little flick there from Arlen Lynn as that goes out of bounds. And South Australia giving themselves opportunities. Just hit the bar there, but Arlen Lim really quick thinking, just a little flick back towards the cage. That one's gone up and over, and Doug Brooks looks to attack from the top. Throws the ball down the back. Little bit of more here. Winnan, he will fire, steps inside. Winnan pops it top shelf, and Jesse Winnan gets the first for South Australia. after a little bit of scrappy play to start this game. But Jesse Winnan, prolific goal scorer for SA, finds the back of the net and starts the scoring for them in this contest here. So Winnan just able to find his way right into the crease there. Drinkle in there up against Jackson Stock. So Jackson Stock playing, that could be a Ward. Stocky just knocks out close, out of bounds. Good to see Jackson Stock back on the park as ball is picked up. And Stock, who had a bit of a injury into the tournament, but has been cleared now. Jackson Stock takes his first face-off for the tournament for South Australia, and South Australia would be glad to see him out on the middle. Walsh with the ball, kicks it over there to Justin Steele. Steele gets a rotation, ball hits the deck, looks up, finds Winnan. Winnan looks to fire, gets on the hands, does close. Not a great pass again, but picked up there by Drinkle. Drinkle looks inside. Winnan trying to pick pockets. Good work there from Kai Williams. And Kai Williams, he'll find Noah Haskett on the bottom corner. Good cut from Ollie Walsh. Ball comes up to Steele. Steele has his defender in front of him. That is Ashton Whiting. Rotation. Down the back, looks a little inside, look to Winnan, and that might have taken, no, he might have just worn one there, did Noah Haskett. That's the second one that he is just breathing. It might have been some incidental contact as it came through, and just on his haunches there, just trying to get his breath back a little, but Jesse Winnan started the game with the first 2 goals. And good little inside feed. And Jesse Winnan finishes that one off. And he gets his second for the quarter, second for the game. Ball comes out the back. Good work there from Inge. Inge pushes the ball forward to Williams. Williams down to Haskett. Williams as Waller comes on. Arlen Lim. Over here to Mullins. James Mullins pushes the ball back up to Lim. To Williams. Down the back to Haskett. Haskett looking to do some work there. Comes around the corner. Haskett gets one and just feeling the effects of that one as well on the arm guard. So Noah Haskett, he knows he's in a contest at the moment. He gets a goal on the board, and Noah Haskett gets the third for South Australia. And they're out to a 3-0 lead as the 2 10s come together. Gillen and Brooks on this outer side, and Jackson Stock in the face-off. Up against Spencer Drinkle, illegal procedure there on Stock. And Spencer Drinkle has the ball. Pressured by Stock, kicks it to Gillen. Gillen down the back to Lederman. Lederman up here to Parker. Parker has been a goal scorer for Queensland, guarded there by Harris. Ball with Yasui. As ball rotates down the back now. Lederman, just gets an ordinary pass from his teammate down there in William Clarkson, and the ball will turn over. So South Australia get the clock reset. Palmer looks up, finds Harris. Harris looks to transition, and that is a pretty easy clear. Doesn't quite find Jacob Newman. Good pressure there from close. Flag flies on the play, and we might see a slash call here. And that will go on Mason Close. 1 minute slash there. As Newman hit the deck, the stick hit him. And South Australia in a 1-minute power play. Haskett on the field with Williams. Up has Lim up the top. Winnan just looking in the middle. Good down the bottom corner. Finds Newman, and shot had there from Williams. Goes wide. And Jesse Winnan as Jacob Newman is looking to rotate out here. So Williams up to Lynn. Lim fires, and Stoikos in the cage. Has a good save there. Stoikos looks up, finds his teammate in Lincoln Horgan. Horgan passes it forward. Not a great pass for Lederman. Lederman to pick the ball up. Horgan manages to pick it up instead as Mark Siller hits the ground. And Cole Parker decides to bring the ball out and just get some steady in this offense. Parker just waiting for the clock to and the penalty to release. Now even numbers here. So Lederman down on the bottom corner. Picked up there from good work there from Palmer. Palmer fires the ball over to Seacamp. Seacamp pressured there. Looks up, finds Watts. Watts, he has Waller up on the outlet, and a good outlet there from Cody Watts. Finds Jack Waller, who brings the ball down and passes to Lim, who brings it into the offensive third for South Australia. Williams looks to come off top side. Just finds, did not see his defender coming there, and ball hits the ground. Unlucky there for Queensland. Could have been a withholding call on that, but a loose ball push instead as Nebeski. And Williams not seeing Nebeski coming there as he turned. But South Australia have the ball. And just some of their passes at the moment, they just want to get a bit more cleaner with those at the moment. Some of these passes just hitting the feet. Jack Waller, as Walsh sets a pick, looks inside. Williams looks down and doesn't quite find again the pass at the toenails of Ollie Walsh. Couldn't do anything with that one. And Francis will try and clear. Winnan looks up. Ball to be won. And it is one. Palmer just picks it off. And Pat Palmer goes back down offensively. Palmer looks to keep going. Still there, Palmer, with the long stick. And now decides as Kesavan Subramaniam hits the bench. So two longies were in attack there, and Palmer, as Waller has the ball up top, goes left. Waller looks to step inside. Good look inside there. Winnan from downtown finds the stick there. Good save from Stoikos, and ball comes out through Jackson Close. Close looks up, finds Parker. King coming off the bench for South Australia. Picks Parker up. Teammates at East Torrens, these two. So they would have spent a little bit of time. Parker, one of the US imports for East Torrens this year. Playing against King, who's out at Woodville now. Parker. And Lim looks up, fires, and Cody Watts not able to get to that one, down on his toes. Good shot there from Nebeski, and he starts off where he ended off the other day. And that is a goal for Nebeski. And ball back into the centre. 3-1 ball game. Nebeski with the top scoring yesterday with 3 goals against WA. As Stock gets beaten and just hangs it out, does Drinkle. And Josh Harris, well, he's been everywhere today. Harris, that's his third forward foray off a ground ball win. And Josh Harris standing up for his team. Actually, all the defence are at the moment. Palmer as well. Been some good transitions from those two long stick players. Ball here with Henry Haskett. Looks inside, finds Stock. Winnan picks the ball up. Looks back up. Henry Haskett on the field for SA. Nice cut. Unable to find the goal in that last one as Williams turns the corner and throws it a little wide and backed up there from Winnan. So Winnan, ball back up the top to Henry Haskett, to Brooks, to Williams. A nice wide set here for South Australia, trying to drag out the Queensland defence. Still 50 seconds left on the shot clock. Henry Haskett. Down the back to Stock. Stock. He picks up Falahila. And looks inside. Good cut. Ball hits the deck though. Ball to be picked up. Just needs to be picked up. Is picked up by Brooks. Close. Trying to flick it to his advantage, but just flicked it to Doug Brooks' advantage. So Williams has the ball down the back to Stock. Back to Winnan. And Brooks. 20 seconds left on the shot clock for South Australia. Williams going to have to attack the cage. Looks inside. Williams looks up. Needs to shoot the ball here. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Haskett has to go. Need a shot on the clock. Fires, and that one's up and over, and that'll turn over. There's 1 second left on the shot clock, but no backup there. So clock awareness from South Australia needed to be just a little better there. But the first time these players are playing with a shot clock. And ball out with Conway. Conway passes the ball up, makes it a little difficult for his teammate, but good enough to take that one. It's Francis. Francis up against Haskett. Francis looks to release the hands, fires. Oh, Francis off the deck and skips up. And Darren Francis runs all the way back into the defensive end. Just got a good kick on that one, found the top corner. And Cody Watts must be thinking, what's happening down here? As Francis gets one on the board. And another goal for South Australia. So just a bit of holding there. And the ball goes South Australia's way. K-Man with the ball. Gives it up now to Jack Inge. Jack Inge looking for an outlet. And Inge runs the ball down into offence. Finds the ball down there now to Ollie Walsh. Walsh. To Newman. Newman over to Lynn. And ball comes down the back to Walsh. Walsh looks to drive. Looking at trying to get out his way is Still lefty. Looks to come round the corner. Justy Still gets around the corner. And that's his first goal in state lacrosse at a senior level. Justin Still gets one away and the boys get around him. And Justin Still on the board gets South Australia's fourth goal. It's a 4-2 game here, SAV Queensland. As Waller and Close line up just in front of me on the outside wing here. But Stock, he wins the ball to himself. Jackson Stock, Close takes out the official and as Dave gets up though, he just didn't quite see the defender coming from behind him. Stock picks the ball up, no damage done, looks the other side. That's a bad pass there as that ball was thrown at Jesse Winnan's feet. Not much he could do about that one, and the ball goes out of bounds. And a little bit of laughter from my right there in the officials' box with a little bit of incidental contact. And Haskett tries to knock the ball down, finds Conway. Ball back to Stoikos. Stoikos has an outlet just up and over. Just made it really hard for Gillen there. And had to stretch. The hamstrings were straining. And ball over to Harris. Harris, the 1-2 with Waller. And Waller puts the ball down here to Winnan. Winnan looks like he wants to take on his defender. His defender has just put a ball and thrown just to the other side of the field. Missed the mark, but well backed up there from Arlen Lim. Arlen Lim looks to come around the right, left-hand side. Arlen Lim fires over the back to Brooks. Oh, Brooks with a worm burner. Just sizzling the grass there is Doug Brooks. Good look from Arlen Lim. Both Brighton Bombers players back in Adelaide and have a bit of a connection there. You could see that. Looks over, finds Brooks, and Brooks on the carpet uses this beautiful surface to his advantage. And South Australia get their 5th. 5-2 game here in the first. Work there from Jack Inge. Great work from Inge with a little push down. Oh, a big body. Flag down. That's going to be an illegal body. And we're going to see an illegal body call there. And that'll go on Nebeski. That's his second penalty for the quarter. And he will sit for a minute. Jack Inge up. Nothing untoward there. Just sucking in a couple of big ones as he just takes a seat on the bench. And just making sure all the faculties are still there. Jack Inge. And Haskett with the ball. They're just going to hold the ball here as there's 5 seconds left in the quarter. And the whistle is about to go. As it does, South Australia will start the second term with a ball in their stick, as there will be no face-off, with a penalty in the box for Queensland. And South Australia will, with possession, they will retain possession from the centre at the start of the second quarter. And good quarter of lacrosse. See South Australia leading 5-2. And you'll see a little barcode up the top left-hand corner there. If you wish to donate to the Australian Lacrosse Network, please scan that barcode. We would be greatly appreciative of all your donations to give you this live and free lacrosse, as we are all a group of volunteers here. And if you like what you see coming to you, please use your phone, scan that QR code, and any donations would be greatly accepted. And that will maybe go and buy a pie for Christian up on the camera, who is braving the elements up there. He's got more coats on him than you could poke a stick at, but bringing you great vision here as we watch through some of the replays there and see Justin Steele getting that goal there, coming around that bottom left-hand corner. And then this one here from Arlen Lim just found Doug Brooks, and look at that off this carpet. It's a beautiful surface here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club, and he used it to perfection. And we'd also like to thank our broadcast sponsors in the Susafanos Foundation. And the two teams about to come out of their huddle. South Australia will start with the ball. And they will be in a man-up situation with about 40-odd seconds left in that man-up, I'd say. Maybe a little less. But South Australia with a great opportunity as Noah Haskett comes to receive the ball. And Haskett with the ball. So, and Noah Haskett will start play. Up here to Arlen Lim, back to Haskett, down to Williams. Kyle Williams looks on the bottom corner. There's Newman's opened up down in the bottom corner. Still there, Winnan's down there. Winnan fires, and another one to Jesse Winnan. And good ball movement there from SA. Finds Jesse Winnan on the bottom corner. And Jesse Winnan, well, he started where he did in the first term with a goal. He has 3 to his name now, and a good power play there for South Australia early in the second. Penalty still on the play here, as Clarkson comes in to take the face-off here up against Jack Inge. Clarkson up against Inge. Ball out the back there. James Mullins is there, and James Mullins picks the ball up, kicks it to Harris. Harris takes off. He's got a player forward, as still has it. Seacamp still has players forward, and now Noah Haskett receives that. Good work there from Jack Inge in the face-off. Back to James Mullins, and James Mullins is looking for an attacker here. Ball up to Haskett. Haskett up, looks the other side. Winnan fires again. Top shelf from Winnan. Just letting them rip out of that stick is Jesse Winnan. And that is another power play opportunity there for Winnan as the penalty gets released on the end of that shot. But Winnan got the first 2 of the first quarter. He's now got the first 2 of the second quarter. And Jesse Winnan with 4 for the game already. And we're only a minute and a half into the second term, sorry. But an illegal procedure in the face-off there from Jackson Stock, as the ball is picked up here from Nebeski. So Nebeski picked up from Stock. Nebeski has the ball coming there on the outer side, and joined here by Shendell Oliver, who's in a T-shirt. She's braving the elements.
I'm really not. I'm really not.
So ball down the back, as we've got a 7-2 game here early in the first. Parker with the ball, looks inside. He's been the main scorer for Queensland. He's one of East Torrens Americans over here playing for Queensland. And Nebeski, he is also, and Lederman as well. Lederman gets the ball. Picked up there, and nice take there, save from Watts. Watts looks inside, and pick up there from Nebeski, and just taken out the legs there of Watts from the defender there in Seacamp. And Nebeski puts another one away. So he started the scoring for Queensland.
That was a really nice cross-crease feed there, that one. Opened up some space and then just, cut her into space and put it away. Nice.
So it's got some synergy with the scoreline here, Shendell. Winnan scored the first 2. He's got the first 2 of the second. Nebeski gets the first one and the first one of the second.
Oh, so Francis is up next.
So Francis, Francis was a longie that came down and shot from outside. So you never know.
You never know.
And ball in the stick now of Watts. Looks to find an outlet. Does find an outlet the outer side. Good work there to Still. And Justin Still, well, he's just going to find Noah Haskett down on the bottom corner.
Haskett's had a really great week, hasn't he?
He's been all right, Haskett. I tell you what, though, Jesse Winnan, 4 goals with about 3 minutes gone in the second. He's looking to set up his bag. Tink, tink, tink off the bar, as Jack Waller backs his own shot up. So, Jesse Winnan, he's
a showman. He's a showman.
I'll tell you what, he's got 4 early.
But you know what? Nothing he didn't do the other night as well.
Yeah, I'm feeling double figures for Winnan today. I'm feeling 10.
Oh, really?
I've just got that feeling. And good save there from Stoikos as Lim goes to ground. Stoikos comes out the cage. Steve Stoikos, look, getting massive pressure, just fires it up. Great interception there from Still. Comes back the other way, looks down, finds Waller.
Oh,
good
nice
work there from Still. Great assist to Jack Waller. And Stoikos, under massive pressure, just hoiked it straight up the middle. And that's not in any sport where you want to release the ball, because it comes back with interest.
Yeah, seemed like a bit of a very unusual panic pass from Stoikos. It's not like him to throw an outlet like that. So obviously trying to get it over to beat the shot clock. Or the transition
clock of 20 seconds to out of the 80 to get it up and over. But Jacob Newman, well, he was in the right place at the right time. And we see Jackson Stock in for South Australia. So Jackson Stock is been deemed fit.
Yeah, great face-off guy.
And looks inside Haskett. Nice cut there from Haskett. Has Conway trying to wear him like the cheap suit. And Kai Williams here.
Yeah, with a sneaky different shirt on just to throw us off.
Williams Adams, we'll call him. So, a little cross-check there up top to Stock. Wears that one well as Winnan fires another one. Just takes the stick out of the hand of the defender. Had some heat on it. Ball pops up. Winnan picks the ball up himself.
Gets his own crumbs.
Looks down. Don't be surprised if Winnan tries to feed someone, and he does on the bottom corner. Great look there from Jesse Winnan, and finds Ollie Walsh on that bottom corner. That was a great pass. We were right behind that, Shendell.
Yeah, lovely. Really good vision by Winnan to see that far corner as well and send the ball there. And then obviously moving the keeper to catch him off, lose his footing and lose his preparation.
And I think for South Australia, your name has to start with W to score.
Is that right?
In this quarter, because we've got Winnan, Waller and Walsh.
Yep, so I'm just looking at who else we can
get
Watts. Williams.
although I guarantee, Watts and Williams, if they score, if one of them scores, I will be very surprised. Ball picked up, comes out, and Lederman, and we've got a timeout here charged to Queensland. So Timmy Keane just using one of his 2 timeouts for the first half.
Timmy's a very smart coach, so he obviously wants to draw something up here and put away a shot. Yeah, but interesting to see. I bet he must be freezing. Having coached over there myself earlier this year, it was 30 degrees and 100%, 99% humidity. It was so hot. And then coming to this,
yep,
chalk and cheese.
It's minus 30 degrees and 0% humidity. So as that wind, I think if that wind went away, Shendell, it would be more pleasant.
Yeah, it's a bit bitter. It's like, yeah. I've said to someone just before, it's like a European cold.
This is the sort of weather you put your drinks outside to get them colder than the fridge.
Yeah.
You do?
That's European weather. Put them on the balcony.
All we need is a Swiss chalet and
this
some
is what
snow
I'm referring
falling.
To. I spent a lot of time in Switzerland. I played lacrosse over there as well, actually. But yeah, that's what we used to do, put drinks on the balcony.
Yep, just to keep them cold.
And saying that, I'm just having a sip of water. It is cold.
And we've got a medical kit coming out here. I'm just looking to see where this one is actually headed. As the... and might be...
South Australian player.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look through there to see where that's headed. So that's Stoikos. So Stoikos was getting fixed up. He's worn one on a thumb there by the look of it. And so there you go. This is lacrosse and why it's so good. So Stoikos, no medical, but there's a medical person for South Australia and they're taping him up.
Yeah, I love that.
Hey?
Now he's dropping his gear.
So Steve Stoikos just heading back to the defensive end. On that pressure, must have worn one right across the thumb. He did look like he was struggling a bit there. Look at him, he's just struggling to put that glove on. So that right hand for Stoikos is feeling a bit as Watts gets a save. Good save there. Again, I think Stoikos and Watts are both feeling the same thing. Haskett with the ball as Haskett just steps inside, gives it to Brooks. And Brooks fires the ball down as the wind just comes up about another 10 k's an hour there, just blowing something through.
South Australia getting their offensive set on now. Looking to set a pack at the top.
And looks up to Winnan. Winnan will fire. Wide and handsome goes Winnan. Quick to release that ball, isn't he?
Yeah, he was. I mean, people don't understand how box and field kind of go hand in hand. Jesse Winnan is the sort of player that gives that demonstration of why box and field can work so well. Look at how he carries the ball and how he sends the ball. It's because he's so used to playing so tight under pressure in the box game. that he delivers stuff like that and has got 4 goals on the board in short into the second quarter.
Walsh back to Winnan. Great look over to Waller. Waller looks to step inside on his left hand, gets pressured there. Ball hits the deck. Ball to be won. Good work there from Jacob Newman. That is tough ground ball there. Looks over. Oh, there was another pass there. Jesse was looking down,
Yeah,
and
one more was on.
we've got a man down here too. He is just looking. That looked like he is copped a. Has he copped a corky there, or he's just... Yeah, no, he's going to have to go off. They've stopped time for him, and in the men's rules, as soon as a player has hit the deck and they've stopped time for him. And with that, Shendell,
Yes.
as a injured player, when they stop time and he goes off, South Australia should actually get a reset on the shot clock.
Oh, okay.
But at the moment, the shot clock isn't actually running as Haskett steps inside. And Haskett hits the deck. He's had a fair bit of body contact too in the first term.
Yeah, I think Noah Haskett's actually had a fantastic week. He takes the pressure so well, and even a shot like that still managed to finish as he's actually falling to the ground.
Well, he's upset my thought process about only people with W's scoring names starting with W.
Yeah.
Unless we can call him Noah Waskett.
Well, we can. We can do whatever we want, Tony.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's interesting because I believe the ruling on the shot clock is if a defensive player goes down injured and they stop the clock to send him off, there is a shot clock reset.
See, I find that really interesting because if it's an injured player, it should just stop the clock.
Yeah, they do, but it's supposed to reset the shot clock.
But
But on the opposite side, in a twist of fate, if a offensive player goes down, the shot clock doesn't reset in their offense.
Okay.
And that's to stop the offensive player flopping.
Yep.
So, which is good. So Lim looks around. He looked to Winnan. Finds Stock. Stock picked up by Close. As Close just throws the cross check there. And there's a flag from 2 there. And we've got a slash here. And that is coming on Jackson Close. And a slash call there. And he's just asking, why, sir? Well, the why is because he probably should have got a cross-check for across the middle of the ribs, but gets a slash instead.
Yep, sends his teammate on, which is Drinkall, who took his stick on the way on the field. So he took that long pole off him while he subbed.
Well, Drinkall has been playing face-off for Queensland, and now he's in a... Oh, good Haskett, good work there from Conway. Looks inside. Oh, good save from Stoikos.
Yeah, read that one so well.
Well, the one thing about the 2 keepers is they've both got sore thumbs now because I know Code's got one in the Vic game, which he thought he might have broken it.
Oh, no.
And he's playing under a bit of duress today, and now Stoikos is as well. But turnover here. Ball comes out here through Axel Pinkstone. Pinkstone kicks it to Kyle Parker, and Parker wants to take on Lewis King. Parker runs up, has pace. Jack Waller just says, mate, I got some help for you here. And Parker decides not to attack that.
Still trying to kill that penalty. But obviously they've got the shot clock, so that changes things. But Close coming back on the field now.
Oh, Lewis King looking for that pass. Parker looks back up, Close now with the short stick, so he might go back and swap with Spencer Drinkall in a minute. He will. And ball hits the deck. Parker, good work there from James Mullins. Mullins now gets up top, looks to fire, and that one goes just wide. Good stick in lane there from Mullins. Just got inside the shooting arm.
Yeah, Mullins is a really great short stick defender.
Again, another one of those box players, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
And ball up the top. Oh, good check there from Lim, and he's going to get a loose ball push here.
There's a few questions being asked from both teams, but subs being made. Ball will stay with Queensland. Close with a short stick now, so I don't know if he can play with this one.
And no, they can't, because there's well, they should have had an illegal procedure there, South Australia, because they already had 4 poles on, and a great outlet there from Watts.
And they've got numbers here
to
as well.
Williams, to Waller, to Waskett, And good save there from Stoikos.
Quick outlet.
Oh, nice little soccer kick forward, just to lose that. King has good pass there from Parker. And ball out with Lederman. Lederman looks inside, fires. Good save from Watts on that, and in the crease. That's a good leg save there.
Yeah, nice.
And Watts looks up and looks to find an outlet. Does find an outlet there in Jack Waller. And Waller will bring the ball up over with 10 seconds to go on that clear clock. So
yeah, it makes a difference. The goalies are definitely really pushing the outlets now because of the new shot clock rule or the outlet rule. But I think 20 seconds is more time than you realise.
Well, Williams might have a go here. He's picked up the shorty and he's walked straight past the shorty. So Haskett looks inside. Williams comes around the other side, a little flip back, and ball is backed up there by Walsh.
And look how many balls are behind the goals there, Tony.
Yeah, I did have a conversation before. And Walsh comes around the left corner. He's a natural righty. And just flick this. Let's watch this one again. Talk us through this, Shendell.
He didn't want to change hands, so he got the ball from the back there, took the ball from out-of-bound play, and then did a bit of footwork, tried to go one way, put it in his right, left, put it back to his right, and then just
shovel.
Flicked it over his shoulder and put it past the feet of
the keeper there in Stoikos. And Walsh, well, he gets his second of the game. So ball back in the centre. Inge as K-Man looks to pick the ball up, just overruns it. Ball still to be won. Is picked up by Nebeski. Nebeski has Inge. Jack Inge looks to get off and manages to get off. Haskett comes on. So substitutions happen there as Clarkson also came off. And ringing the changes here, Queensland, as Gillen comes on. Parker to Nebeski. Nebeski already with a couple for the day. Looks again and fires that one wide of the keeper.
Lovely shot. Nice bounce to it, but just wasn't able to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, the long stick goal down in this first quarter from outside really did take a skip and up and hit top corner. And it surprised Watts in the cage. And turnover here. So Watts with the ball, looks up, finds Harris. Harris has been everywhere today in this clear. And he's got numbers here, looks to drive, looks to get in. Kicks it over there to Henry Haskett, to Winnan. Winnan already with 4 for the day. Oh no, that's just took his eyes off it then, Henry Haskett. But manages to get it back. No, he doesn't. Here's the goal scorer in Francis. As the ball is picked up. Good pickup, good check there. As Ollie Walsh, he doesn't see him coming from the other way, and that's off of...
yeah, good box out there.
It's the old, as we have a timeout here, charge to South Australia. So limited time left in this second term.
Now, Tony, this has been a really great quarter, but at the end, I'm going to leave you and go and call the women's game on the far side, so you're going to be back to being a lone ranger. But it was nice we got to hang out for just one quarter.
Well, we did. We're going to hang out a lot more throughout the week. And can I just tell you, I went and commentated the New Zealand SA game over there before this one.
Yes.
And take your thermals.
Okay.
I don't know what Scotty Gill's done to you.
Okay.
But he's looking after you.
Okay.
Have you got a beanie?
I have a scarf. I'm trying to save my coat for when it really freezes up tonight.
Well,
you know what? Just one other thing. Lacrosse never stops, does it? Like Sarah Mollison's over here doing reps. She's not playing at the moment, but she's over there doing reps behind the goals behind the field with Greg Mollison. So lacrosse just never stops, does it? You love the game so much.
Yeah, and like that, it is just generational, isn't it?
Yeah.
Greg Mollison, a wonderful player and coach in his own right, has coached all levels, and he's out there just working.
Doing reps with his knees. I love it. Love to see it.
Yep. And South Australia, well, they'll love to see one in the back of the net.
So what's being drawn up here?
So 3 minutes 33 on the clock. All the threes on the clock. So technically, give it to Noah Haskett, number 3, and things will happen. So ball up the top to Walsh. Walsh, see, he's wearing 2 and 2, which adds up to 4.
It's not going to work out for him.
Not going to work out. So now down here to Haskett. Haskett.
Look at Winnan just chilling on the crease, waiting for a moment.
I will say, South Australia are getting away with it at the moment, but against WA, they're going to need to be better. Oh, great inside look, and Haskett.
Ooh, no, in the crease?
Just copped one from behind.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he was pushed into the crease there, but they're going to be called that he was actually in the crease.
That's the 4th time that he's copped something today.
Yeah, but he just runs it off. I saw him running it off the other night as well, and I was like...
And he gets there. Great work there from Noah Haskett. Just feeling the effects of some body contact, but Haskett put body back on the line and knocks him out of bounds. Great ride there from Haskett. It's what you like to see, don't you? Just
tough. As Williams gets the ball, moves it on quickly.
Will Adams. So ball inside, finds Lim. Lim looks up, he finds his mate in Doug Brooks. Doug Brooks to Kai Williams, down to Jacob Newman. Newman looks to drive the right-hand side against Conway. Lets a push and might get another one here. No, just gets the push. Oh, cross-check it's going to be called. So I thought he might have copped another slash there when he hit him on the ground. Oh, only 30 seconds. Sorry.
That's what I was
giving
thinking,
him the push.
Tech.
That looked like he said it was a cross-check.
Yeah, it looked like a cross-check.
The signal for me was a cross-check, but only a push, so 30 seconds. And technically, it was just a push.
Yep.
So got the call right, just maybe the arm sign's not. So ball up to Williams.
I'm really liking the ball movement.
Where's Winnan here?
Ball movement here.
Haskett on the bottom corner just goes wide.
Yeah, South Australia are really patient with their offence. They're just moving the ball, swinging it both ways around the cage and waiting for the right opportunity, which they just found there in Haskett, just wasn't able to capitalise on it. But I'm enjoying the patience.
Ball's coming back to Jesse Winnan here in a second.
You reckon?
Yep,
from
absolutely.
Outside. Well, that's where he loves to shoot from.
That's exactly where it's going to be. He's going to step in and he's going to do that. And I don't know how I read this, Shendell, but that is what I was feeling, and that is exactly what I got.
You know, someone rang me the other night when Jesse had a hot stick and said, it must have been the Vic SA game, and they said, Jesse's stick is hot. Why aren't they getting out of his way and just letting him stand and shoot? And I said, I agree with you, because I was watching the game from back in Perth. And that's what he does, and he does it so well. And he's just so composed and so confident in his shooting.
Yep. And that is 5 for the half for Jesse Winnan.
So you reckon you're on your way to...
Well, he's halfway there to the double figures, and I just think as the game goes on, and I'm picking him for MVP early.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be here for that.
Do you want to have an early pick?
Noah Haskett.
Noah Haskett?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good call, actually.
You're welcome. Let's see who wins. You can...
Has Jesse got 6 in him? Looks over the other side. Haskett!
Oh!
Okay.
My man, on cue.
It's just happening. Noah Haskett
Thank you,
pops
Noah.
one top shelf, and he gets his 3rd of the game as well.
Thank you, Noah.
And we've got a timeout charged here to Queensland. Timmy Keane really not keen on what he's seen there. So, again...
I'm going to leave you now, Tone, and go and head over to the women's game. So enjoy the rest of the match. Enjoy this last minute and 20, and I'll see you back later.
Well, enjoy it out there at Shendell, and you can hear Shendell Oliver. She will be out there with New South Wales and WA on field 2. That'll start at 3 p.m. on the Australian Lacrosse Network. And we've got a 13-3 game here with 1:20 to go in the second term. And it's South Australia just starting to make this happen here as the two teams come out of their timeout. So Tim Keane using his second timeout. And we've only got 1:20 to go for this term. So the two teams coming back out here. So no one on this wing for South Australia. And they're one man short here, South Australia. So coming out of there, they didn't think too hard about it, and a legal procedure. So Now they'll have one come on from the bench. So Steele comes on the bench. A power play. No, it has been released. So even numbers here, South Australia. Doug Brooks kicks it to Justin Steele. Steele over there to Stock. Stock to Newman. Walsh. Down at the back to Stock. As Brooks releases space there, Justin Steele. And South Australia looking to run something here. Justin Steele picks the shorty up, looks to come left, does come left, looks to rotate. Good double there from Francis. Walsh down the back to, and fires across there, Steele. Good opportunity for Justy Steele. And backed up here from Winnan. So limited time, Winnan with the ball in his stick, 20 seconds. Winnan about to do some work on the shorty. Draws a crowd, good inside look. Not quite there. Picked up by Stock. Stock looks up the top. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Back to Brooks. Brooks runs the right-hand side, fires. That's come off the foot of Stoikos. And Doug Brooks gets one just before the half-time siren as the two defenders just ran into each other. Doug Brooks with pace there, and South Australia getting another one. Doug Brooks getting the last one of the first quarter. He looks like he's probably got the last one of the second quarter. So back into the centre. 14-3 game at the half. 5 seconds. Have they got anything else here? Queensland this time not setting one on this wing. So they're just 1 for 1. Good opportunity. Ball kicks out. And he's holding the stick as the two players just come together. And just a little bit of by-play there from William Clarkson. Just grabbing hold of the stick there of Tom Seekamp. Seekamp wringing his hand out a little bit. And Queensland, well, they're going to head off to the change room. South Australia, they're going to stay out in the conditions. And we might go through the goal scorers for the first half. Well, for Queensland, it has been Nebeski who has 2 goals, and Francis with 1 goal. And on SA, well, multiple goal scorers here. They've got Justy Steele with 1, Doug Brooks with 2, Waller with 1, Noah Haskett, he's got 3, and Jesse Winnan, well, he's got 5, and that will round it out as we go to the halftime break at a 14-3 lead for South Australia over Queensland. And as the players go to a break, we might go to a break here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We'll see you back very, very shortly when the sticks are swinging.
Really looking forward to today's session. Let's make sure we're focused, bring you intensity and lots of communication. Vital today. So let's have a great session. Short and sharp. Here we go. Okay, girls, just going to do the monkey in the middle, 1 at each end, 2 in the middle, catch, take, quick release, other way. The culture side is the part that I love. Leadership, player well-being. What do we need? How do we get it? Areas that we think we can add to. Aussies on 3. 1, 2, 3. Aussies!
And half-time, has finished, and we're about to start the third quarter here with South Australia leading 14-3. Jack Inge in the middle. They're up against Clarkson. Ball comes out. Ball to be won on the deck. Not picked up. As ball flicks out there to Nebeski. He's been the goal scorer for Queensland today. Haven't seen Parker with too many shots yet, but Nebeski picks Mullins up, tries to step inside, not there. And ball comes back up the top. Has plenty of pressure there applied by Lewis King on Lucas Sands. And now down the back with Parker. Parker up against Seacamp, likes his match up here. Parker looks to come around the right-hand side. Gets a double, comes. Parker fires, and that one's wide of the cage. Didn't really make the keeper have to do too much there. And King defending there against Yasui. Yasui looks down inside. Good save from Watts. Ball comes back the other way. Another big save from Watts, and he's saying he's in the crease, and he was, but got a good foot save there as well. While he's just saying he's dancing in the crease, and Watts to clear the ball. Looks up, finds Lynn. Arlen Lynn just wears a check there from close, but ball comes down here to Williams. Williams over to Walsh. Walsh up to Mullins. Mullins goes on his left, rotates down. Nice there from, tink, tink, tink off the bar. Goes Jack Waller. And that has hit top centre of the bar, and when it hit, up it went, and a flag on the play. So we've got a penalty here for a... might have opened the mouth there. So a 30-second technical penalty. And man up here, South Australia, for an opportunity as Winnan takes the field up to Waller. And Jack Waller to Arlen Lim, to Jacob Newman, to Kai Williams, back to Arlen Lim, looks over, finds Waller, and good save there from Stoikos. That one has gone up and out of bounds, and that is going the way of Queensland for the halfway line. So Parker with the ball, picks up Lewis King as the ball comes down the back. The penalty's been released. Parker still with the ball. Looks up to Nebeski. Nebeski. King picks him up. Gets up and under. That's fired high, wide and handsome. And the ball goes out of bounds. Backed up there by Jackson Close. And Jackson will now playing with a short stick. He's been playing with a longie for most of the game, but now down in the offensive end. Picked up by Pat Palmer. Josh Harris up against Parker. Cole Parker still got the ball. Tries a little fake, but not there. Lederman up against K-Man. K-Man looks to get around, fires. Good save again from Watts. Looks up and checks the stick there. Open, great outlet there, but not taken from Jack Waller. Ball picked up from Newman. Newman, oh, great look down to Winnan. Winnan just takes it as easy as you like. And good work there from Newman to look forward. Waller, good outlet there from Watts to put it up the middle. And Jesse Winnan, well, he's heading towards that magical figure of 10. 6 on the board, and he started where he did. The first quarter, he ended up with the first 2. Second quarter, first 2. And then the third quarter, well, he's got the first one. Is it going to continue where he gets 2, 2 and 2? And ball comes out the back. Ball to be did, a loose ball push there. And that ball is going the way of South Australia, and Jackson Stock kicks it to Doug Brooks. Brooks down to Walsh. And Walsh just rotates the ball over there to Kai Williams. Ball to Justin Still. Jackson Stock looks to fire. Jackson Stock from downtown. Just letting his arms free there, Jackson Stock. And got just past the 15-metre arc of the women's fan and let it rip. And Jackson Stock lights it up from downtown. And Stocky gets his first. So good outside shot there from Stock as we see Noah Haskett come up onto the wing here with Mason Close. And ball into the middle as Stock wins the ball. And Stock again. He's going for back-to-backs, is he, Stocky? As Jackson Stock throws the ball just behind Walsh, but Walsh good enough to take that one. Ball here again to Williams. Williams up the top to Haskett. Through Arlen Lim. And Haskett as Winnan goes to the crease. Stock. Walsh looking to play a two-man game down here. Looks inside. Good take there from Haskett. Little flip up there to Lynn. Arlen Lim steps inside. Parker not offering too much of a to work. Haskett just gets past one. Looks down. Winnan fires up and over the top. And Jesse Winnan is on the end of everything today. But that one goes low to high. And Kai Williams steps inside. Williams and gets a big hit there, but is in the crease. And the defender actually came off worse than the attacker there. And ball will start through the goal scorer in Darren Francis. Looks up and over. Ball kicks over there. Ball lost as ball hits the deck. And ball is turned over here from South Australia. Kai Williams. And Lim picks the ball. Arlen Lim looks inside. Walsh just couldn't quite take the handle of the ball. Ball picked up there from Jack Inge. And Inge kicks it down to Williams. Williams over here. Looks to the other side. Walsh, quick stick. Ball to be won on the deck as Lim picks the ball up, but just manages to flick it straight up. So a reset on the clock. 18 seconds to get it over the half. Francis looking for the big bomb. Goes downtown, Francis, as ball picked up from Harris, knocked away. Josh Harris has Jack Waller ahead of him. And Jack Waller will just look to come over the halfway line. Could have kept going there as he had numbers on the on his side, but just decided to hold it up and give it to Harris and allow Harris to get another clear on this game. Harris has been really good with those clears. Good inside look there, but just at the feet there of Lim. Looks over the other side, and Jacob Newman coming off the bench, just not able to get onto that ball. And the ball turns over again. So Winnan, good look inside, just needed to be catchable height as Parker runs past Williams and stops on the halfway line. So Parker passing the ball down, good cut inside. Ball down to Yasui. Yasui back over there to Nebeski. Nebeski looking to create, wants to come inside, looks to come back around right. Palmer looks to wear him, double comes, chasing sticks there. Good work and fires up and over, and ball goes out of bounds as a couple of the defenders there. And Nebeski did a good job to hold that ball and be able to get a shot off. Parker picks up King up the top. beats King on the drive. Looks over, picked off by Watts, and Watts pushes it up in front of Waller. Opportunity here for South Australia. Waller looks over, looks down, and pops that one away. Kai Williams on the end of the transition ball. Great pick off there from Cody Watts in the cage. Quick outlet to Jack Waller, and Jack Waller runs down, finds the correct player in Kai Williams, and Williams gets one on the board in the third term. And Kai Williams, he is a scorer, and he gets his first one for the day. So a break there. Jack Inge with the ball. Oh, just sets him up, but Winnan looks to go inside. Winnan still with the ball, still has the ball, Winnan. Ball is loose now. Ball is on the deck. Ball to be won. Ball, and we could have a loose ball push there, and that is going the way of Queensland, is it? So he's just reassessing that, but loose equipment there. But a loose ball push, and the ball will go the way of Queensland. And Clarkson will take the ball out, or attempt to, for Queensland. Williams, good check. And good on the stick there, Williams. As ball is a good contest there. Just barging his way through, and wants a timeout. Does Clarkson, and Clarkson, great hold of the ball there, under massive pressure. I think SA, if he does score, Clarkson, you might check that stick, because that looked very deep, that pocket, when he was coming out in front of me. But still a very good hold. The ball is going to be a Queensland ball, and Jesse Winnan just a little sore in the offensive end here, as Ed Pike not suited up for today's game. Comes down to just see how Jesse is, as does Justin Steele and Kai Williams. So Noah Haskett and Justin Steele head back towards the bench. And Queensland will start with the ball. They will start over the other side with Christopher Nebeski. He'll be picked up by Kesavan, aka K-Man. Nebeski down to Lederman. Lederman up against Seacamp. Lederman looks like he wants to attack again. Good work there from Seacamp. Just looking to come in. Double comes. Oh, good work there from Lederman. Double comes, but doesn't help out at all, that double. And Cody Watts just asking his defence to, well, just explaining to Tom Seacamp there about what he wants. But Lederman, good shot there on the cage. And he gets the first of the third term for Queensland. So, ball back into the centre. Stock in the face-off. Up against Clarkson. Stock, Clarkson. And Clarkson looks like he has the ball. Flicks it out forward. Clarkson looks to push that ball. Good check there. Picked up by Brooks. Brooks will bring the ball in. He's got an option here. Williams looks down on the bottom corner. Just can't take that, Ollie Walsh, but no damage done, as South Australia still with the ball in their stick. Out to Winnan. Winnan, guarded by Francis. To Stock. Ball to Haskett. Haskett over to Williams. Williams comes top side, looks down, Haskett, and good 1-2 there between Williams and Haskett. They play at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club together, and a little bit of symmetry there, the two Glenelg Seahawk boys. A little 1-2, and Haskett, well, he gets his fourth. And Noah Haskett extends the lead here after a quick reply from Liederman's goal. 18-4 is the scoreline. 2 minutes 14 to go in this third term. And Inge up against Clarkson. Inge, Clarkson knocks the ball out the back. Ball comes down. Good work there from Williams. Smart from Williams. Just saw that ball coming out. His defender just sloughed off him. And Williams up on that restraining line, able to just take the ball and give South Australia another offensive opportunity. Inge over to Steele. Steele back to Inge. Inge looks to drive up against Nebeski. Nebeski comes out with the two hands on the stick. Winnan up against Francis. Francis up against Waller. Waller looking to go left, but goes right. Looks inside. Justin Steele rolls back around. Looks to Winnan. Winnan looks to come inside. Does get inside, Winnan. Still with the ball in his stick. Now just checked out of it, and he can't play the ball without his stick. And Jesse Winnan just going, sorry, boys. Ball will come back here, and it will be released. So Nebeski has the ball over. Moral of that story is you cannot play the ball without your stick in your hand. And Jesse knew straight away when he kicked that that was the case. Queensland with an opportunity here. Down, Nebeski rolls, good from Kesavan, but he's going to wear a 1 minute slash here, I would suggest. So, subs coming on the field. So we've got Seacamp and James Mullins on the field for South Australia. So a power play opportunity. Yasui over to Parker. Parker looks down the back to Liederman. Liederman looks to roll up. Parker over to good save there from Cody Nebeski. Looks up, looks over, and Josh Harris just takes off. And now Lewis King looks up, has a player on, needs to give that ball.
Ball starting back here when the whistle went.
As the three-quarter time goes, South Australia with possession of the ball and with a penalty in the box. They will start with the ball in the fourth quarter. So it is 18-4 here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for fourth quarter action very shortly. So we are back here, fourth quarter, and South Australia will start with the ball in their defensive end. So Newman looks up, finds Brooks, misses Brooks, but finds Lim. And South Australia are man down still as K-Man sits out the rest of his penalty. It is an 18-4 game here with 15 minutes to go in this fourth term. As South Australia through Newman, get the ball around, finds Arlen Lim. Lim to Brooks as the penalty has been released and Haskett comes on. That is the Noah variety. Henry Haskett also playing for South Australia. Good inside look. Oh, Winnan just doesn't there, and great job there from Jacob Newman, just shooting lights out. And just on the replay here, Jacob Newman looked at Jesse Winnan. He was free on the crease, but Jacob Newman had other ideas, and he gets on the scoreboard for the first time today. So good shot up the top shelf there for Jacob Newman. And Jackson Stock there up against Clarkson. Stocky wins that one. Chased down there by Sands. Lucas Sands looks inside. Stocky looks up. Stocky fires and shoots. And a good save there from Stoikos. Stoikos kicks it out. Good, quick pass there to Nebeski. And Christopher Nebeski will find his teammate there in Kyle Parker. As the ball comes out to Wade Nelms. And Wade Nelms, not a great pass down there to Lederman. Ball is off a Queensland stick. Now there's a pile-on, and ball is going the way of Queensland. So Lederman, no, the ball is going the way of South Australia. Big outlet here to Harris. Harris looks up, great, takes the ball. Harris looks down, still Harris, gets to the 15-metre arc and decides that yeah, not time to shoot today. And Harris just passes the ball off and says, let our teammates have an opportunity. So ball back up the top. Mullins out to Waller. Waller down the back to Lim. Lim looks inside. Not able to pick it up. Good flick there. That's smart there from James Mullins. Just saw Williams out there and decided to go. So Drinkle with a short stick. Winnan fires. Good save there from Stoikos. Saved a certain goal with the leg there. Good pressure there from Arlen Lim. And that is a turnover as that comes out of Lucas Sands' stick with the pressure applied there from Arlen Lin. Lin looks up. Looks inside, not there. Finds Waller up the top. Jack Waller looks to drive. Back over to Arlen Lin, but just loses sight of that ball. Good opportunity there for South Australia, but it'll be turned over. So Lucas Sands again looks to take this ball out. And brings Sands. Brings some pressure. Good work there from South Australia. And another turnover there for Sands. So an opportunity here. Ball comes in to Lin. Lin. As Josh Harris comes back over the halfway line to Jack Waller. Waller looking to go on his left. No, right. Now fires, and Jack Waller stings one on the right upright. And Jack Waller, another one for South Australia. And he is on the scoreboard again today. He's got 2 now. As South Australia back into the middle. It is a 20-4 game here. 9 minutes 50 left in this contest. Ball out, picked up by Kesavan. And out to Seacamp. Seacamp. Cody has a player here in Jack Inge. And Jack Inge, great take there from Inge. Good outlet from Watts. As Brooks kicks it to Newman. Newman has the short stick. Ball here with Arlen Lynn. Doug Brooks. Brooks goes down right to Jack Inge. Rotates there. Back to Newman. Newman over the other side. Good look in there to Arlen Lynn. And just getting pressure there was Jack Inge. Loses the ball, but back on it. Oh, good work there from Williams. Nearly able to extract himself there. Williams has Brooks up the top. All by himself. Has Newman in the middle. Now has Winnan the other side. Looks up to Brooks. Good save there again from the goalkeeper in Stoikos. But ball looks to turn over. Ball goes out of bounds. Couldn't quite find Parker there. Parker in a good spot, but the throw was not to his advantage. And Brooks just passes the ball back to Noah Haskett. So Noah Haskett with the ball back to Doug Brooks. Ball to Kai Williams. Jacob Newman back to Williams. Newman clearing some space. Williams looking inside. Fires off the post. Tink, tink, tink. As Stoikos steps out and wears a little bit of pressure here from Kai Williams. He's still got it. Oh, just faked him there. But this could work. Opens up. Brooks sees, looks inside. Can step down. And good work there. Could have just blazed away, but Newman as Williams. That was a great fake there from Steve Stoikos. Just had Kai Williams looking around. Little flip, and Williams looks inside to Brooks. Brooks, good save again from Stoikos. Backed up from Newman. Winnan, picked up by Drinkle, up to Brooks. Brooks looks to go again. Kai Williams, nice cut there from Lynn. Williams, looking in. Williams, still stepping up, gets a little high, little flip out, finds Lynn. Arlen Lynn, back to Jacob Newman. Newman up the top to Williams. Williams stings one on the hip side, and Stoikos could not get to that one. And Williams gets a goal. South Australia take a timeout, and Kai Williams gets another one for the day. That is his second. And South Australia continue on their way. It is a 21-4 game. And Kai Williams gets his second. And South Australia, well, they're going to have a chat, as are Queensland, about what is going on. So there is still plenty of time left in this game, but they are looking to just capitalise on this, South Australia, just stopping the clock. 6.5 to go. And on the outer side, we see the women's game. It is WA 8, New South Wales 1. And you'll get great coverage on the Australian Lacrosse Network of that one, as well as Shendell Oliver is over there bringing that game to you. Live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Brought to you by our broadcast partners, in the Sue Safanos Foundation.
Here we go, baby. Hey, we're coming in hot.
And the ball is about to be set in the middle again. And ball in the centre with Stock. Stock extracts that one as Stocky picked up there by Nebeski. Ball comes up here to James Mullins. James Mullins back down to the last goal scorer in Williams. Has Arlen Lim. Over to Justin Steele. Steele with Stock. Williams looking to run up here is James Mullins. Kicks it back there to Lynn. Lynn to Winnan. Winnan back up to Steele.
Over and back!
And that is over and back, and that'll be a Queensland ball.
Right here, right here, right here.
As Close brings it in for Queensland. Nebeski, guarded by James Mullins. And Nebeski brings the ball in. Looks to pass that one down. Fatahila just not able to get that. Picked up by King. King looks up. There's Stockies and good work there from Jackson Stock and Lewis King. As Stock, ball down to Williams. Back up to Steele. Steele picked up by Fatahila. Ball down to Lynn, to Winnan, to Steele. Steele looks to attack this. Fatahila up from the offense. Shorty on the play. Little flip. Oh, great inside flip there. And that has just not quite come off to Williams. And Steve Stoikos was ready for that one. Ball comes out here to Francis. To Stoikos. 6 seconds left on that clear clock. They're going to have to get it over, and the ball is about to turn over anyway. Winnan picks the ball up, heads back to the goals. Little inside flip. Didn't come off, and Justin Steele will tidy it up for South Australia. And ball down the back here with Williams. He's got his player posted up in front of the cage. Looks inside. Stock not there. And again, Justin Steele doing a good job for his team. Just tidying that one up again. Winnan looks down the back. Finds James Mullins. Mullins looks to rotate his defender. Looks back up. Looks at Stock. Stock pumps it into the back of the goal. And good assist there from James Mullins as Jackson Stock gets his second of the day. And South Australia continue to pour on the goals here. So there is plenty of goal scorers for South Australia in this side at the moment. And it is a 22-4 game with 3 minutes still left to go, and a bit of a suplex there. And that will go the way of Jack Inge, as Clarkson was trying to get that one, but not to be. Inge. Ball comes back down behind the cage. Williams has Arlen Lim. Jack Waller looks up the top, finds Jack Inge at pace, good on the left. Looks to fire, oh, tink, tink, tink off the bar. Ball comes up and over. That'll be a loose ball as the shot was had. Good pick up there, kicks it back to Watts. Watts has outlets up here. Jack Waller, that's the one he uses. Jack Waller can step over the halfway line. And good work there from Jack Inge. Just managed to rattle the bar. Winnan wants the ball. And ball back up the top with Waller. So Jack Waller looks to drive again. Jack Waller from the top, looks down, finds Arlen Lim. Arlen Lim finds Kai Williams, who runs the left-hand pipe. Looks inside, Tink off the bar, flag on the play, and we're going to have a penalty here for Queensland. And we have on Lincoln Horgan for a 1 minute for an illegal body. And as the time just runs under the 2 minute clock. And ball in a man-up situation. So, Williams looking to fire there. Looks up and Arlen Lim sends a laser straight up and over the cage. But that one there is just about in the bowling club out here. Williams, still power play situation. Haskett already has 4. Williams has a couple. Looks over Winnan, he wants another one. He's got 6 for the day. Looks inside to Arlen Lim. Jackson close, just puts some pressure on that though. And penalty is still on the play. So ball down the back. Williams, he can step in here. Doesn't decide. Oh, another one from Lim. And Arlen Lim, he's just trying to lose balls here. And the ball is going to be picked up here by Jesse Winnan. 1 minute and 7 to go on the clock. Ball to Winnan. Over to Lynn. Lynn down to Williams. Rotation there on the left-hand side. Looks down. Oh, great look on the bottom corner. And what a fantastic bit of vision there from Arlen Lynn. He finds Ollie Walsh on the bottom corner. And Walsh gets his second of the day. And penalty still in the box there for Queensland. Good vision there from Arlen Lim. I'll tell you what, Arlen Lim has been really good in the offensive end today and has been a general down there. So 1 minute to go. Picked up there from Kai Williams taking a face-off. No, that's Shaq Inge, sorry. Thought it was a 7 for a minute. Good work there from Inge. Now to Williams. Now to Inge. Inge up to Newman. Looking for the last shot here as Seacamp makes his way to the bench. 35 seconds. 23-4 game. Even is the call. Doug Brooks, he picks up. He's going to go in and have a shot himself. Oh, just up and over the bar. 23 seconds left on the shot clock. Jesse Winnan, he might just try and go himself here, Winnan. He's good enough to extract himself through a crowd, loses it, and just tries to do too much. Ball here though, Winnan back up to Williams. 8 seconds on it. Ball over to Brooks. Brooks looks inside, great cut, and that'll just about finish up the game here as ball goes out of bounds. 1 second left on the clock. Clock is on the field as the Queensland, they might try a Hail Mary here from Nebeski, but he's not even going to worry. He's just going to hold it. He says, what is the point for the Hail Mary? And South Australia will run out victors 23-4 here at full time at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. And on the outer field, we've got WA 10-1 over New South Wales. That is being covered by Shendell Oliver on the other side. So there is a MVPs to be given out here as the wind still picks up. I might go through some goal scorers quickly. For Queensland, we had Nebeski with 2, Francis with 1, and Lederman with 1. And for South Australia, Justy Steele with 1. We had Ollie Walsh with 2. We had Jesse Winnan with 5. Make that 6. We had Doug Brooks with 2. Kai Williams with 2. Noah Haskett with 4. Jacob Newman with 1. And Jack Waller with 2. And Jackson Stock with 2. As the wind really does rip through the stands here at the Footscray Lacrosse Club. And, well, Shandell picked her MVP before she left. She thought Noah Haskett. I'm on Jesse Winnan, but I wouldn't be surprised if Arlen Lim gets a look in here at this MVP for South Australia. And for Queensland, well, he battled hard in the centre there, Clarkson. Really impressed with his game today. Was very good there. Nebeski also had a really good game for Queensland. So I might just have a sneaky here and say William Clarkson for the MVP for Queensland. And while I do think Nebeski was very good, so maybe he will be Shandell's pick. She doesn't get to pick, so I'll pick for her. And you will hear that live here in a minute on the as the players just go through their handshakes from this game. And see Steve Stoikos just holding that thumb as well. Said both keepers just with some soreness in those thumbs. And who'd be a goalkeeper for Quids right now? So as we have Pete Unwin over there, just about to start the proceedings. The two teams will come out, and 23-4 the scoreline here. It was all South Australia, although Queensland in the first quarter, it was a 3-2 ball game at one point, and then South Australia really did use their dominance. And the wind really rushing here.
Oh, I'm not really. Okay, South Australia, Queensland, proud of your efforts today, right? You came out, you played right, put everything into it. That's great. South Australia, you're looking good. It was great to see you. Hope the rest of the tournament goes the way you want it. Your best today, Jack Waller.
There you go, Jack Waller with the MVP for South Australia. He was very good too today. Didn't mention him, but mentioned him plenty of times as we hear from Toby Raymond.
Queensland, thanks very much for coming. Look, we always appreciate that we can open up lacrosse to not just the three strong states. We love that there's growth and development going on elsewhere in Australia. Your best player today was Chris Nebreski.
So Nebreski with the MVP for Queensland, and Jack Waller for South Australia. And as Toby Raymond hands over the microphone there, he has played a lot of state lacrosse, has Toby Raymond for South Australia in the defensive end. Good man he is, and so is Timmy Keane for Queensland. Always gets involved in these state and national titles, and always takes on the sides that need a hand, does Timmy Keane. So they're both in really good hands over there. We're going to wrap it up here from the Australian Lacrosse Network. Christian Leray, I think, was up on the camera for this one. I can't believe that he's not a statue up there at the moment and just frozen into place. To Blake Billsborough on the production. Fantastic. My name's been Tony Watts. You are on the Australian Lacrosse Network, and until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you very soon.